Good to go?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the Tuesday, May 17th, 2016 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our village clerk could not be here tonight, so need a motion to temporarily appoint Administrator Fick to take care of the minutes tonight.
So moved.
Have a motion from Trustee Cumming.
Second.
Second from Trustee Mariscal. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Surprisingly, the ayes have it. Mr. Administrator, could you please call roll?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Trustee Harn, Trustee Carter,
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal,
Sorry, present.
Trustee Cumming,
Present.
Trustee Reichert,
Present.
Trustee Fuller.
Present.
All right, thank you very much. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for May 3rd, 2016. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
We have a motion from Trustee Reichert.
Second.
Second from Trustee Cumming. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes for May 3rd, 2016 as submitted, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Board has approved the Board of Trustees minutes for May 3rd, 2016. Our next order of business tonight is the approval of the executive session minutes for May 3rd, 2016. Need a motion for approval, please.
So moved.
Have a motion from Trustee Cumming.
Second.
Second from Trustee Mariscal. All those in favor of approving the executive session minutes for May 3rd, 2016, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it, and the board has approved the executive session minutes for May 3rd, 2016. Our next order of business tonight is the approval of the executive session minutes for May 10th, 2016. We need a motion for approval, please.
I move to approve the minutes for May 10th as submitted.
Have a motion from Trustee Reichert.
Second.
Second from Trustee Mariscal. All those in favor of approving the executive session minutes for May 10th, 2016, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it, and the board has approved the executive session minutes for May 10th, 2016. Correspondence, Mr. Administrator, anything on the correspondence front?
Nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. I don't have any announcements, but Mr. Mark Rothert is the Assistant County Administrator, and he has some important, tantalizing, titillating information for the crowd in Peoria Heights.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't know if it's all those descriptors, but it is about the enterprise zone. And as I am the Assistant County Administrator for Peoria County, one of my other roles is as the enterprise zone administrator. And we're hopeful to undertake an amendment to the boundaries of the enterprise zone to add new territory and new communities to that enterprise zone. If you recall, in 2014, this body, along with the City of Peoria, Peoria County, and West Peoria, entered into a joint intergovernmental agreement for the Peoria Urban Enterprise Zone. Mr. Fick has a map that he can pass around that shows that enterprise zone, which is a geographical boundary, so to speak, that we place over certain parcels that need redevelopment, and it's a state incentive. So we're looking to expand the boundaries to Bartonville, Bellevue, and Mapleton. And as you see on that map that's handed out, the dark purple areas are the areas in those communities that we're looking to expand the zone. You may also recall that each community has a cap in the square mileage that you're allowed or given per the enterprise zone. We have a total cap of 15 square miles across all these communities. But for this expansion to Bellevue, Bartonville, and Mapleton, that square mileage will come out of what the county has currently. So that won't be impacting to you all. When we do expand or change or amend the boundaries to the enterprise zone, all of the entities have to approve that. So this is, I guess, an FYI for you that I will be coming forward to you over the next couple weeks with a new amendment to your designating ordinance, which Matt also has a copy of if you want to look at it and go to sleep tonight. It'll help you. It's very boring. And the intergovernmental agreement that will also need to be amended as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the enterprise zone and this amendment process, if you have any.
Any questions at all for Mark?
Thanks for the update, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you again. All right, we will move now to trustee reports. Trustee Harn is not present. Mr. Administrator, anything you know about the Public Works that we should know?
Boy,
Or do you think you can hold for?
I think it can wait for a couple more weeks till we get back.
Okay. And Director Smith couldn't be here tonight too, but I'm sure we'll have even double the enjoyable information for you next time around regarding Public Works. So we'll move to Administration Personnel. Trustee Cumming?
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Just like to announce once again that the Heights Observation Tower is now open, weekends only, Friday through Sunday. So you can go up and check out the beautiful skyline here in central Illinois. And it'll be open all week long, starting, is it going to be the 27th or the 28th?
I believe it's the 27th.
Yeah, Friday the 27th. Friday the 27th, be open for business 7 days a week till the fall. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Cumming? All right, thank you again. We'll move to Economic Development, Village Improvements with Trustee Carter.
I don't have anything at this point.
All right.
Looks like we got stuff going on at the bottom. So.
All right, thank you. We'll go to the Police Department with Trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. The only thing we have is Neighborhood Watch will be next Monday, the 30th, up here at Village Hall, 6:30 p.m.
All right. Thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Fuller? All right, thanks again. We'll move to Village Hall Building Maintenance with Trustee Mariscal.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report this evening.
All right, thanks. And we will close out with the Fire Department with Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing tonight.
All right, thank you. We now move to comments from the audience. This is where we all get nervous up here, so if you have any cares, comments, questions, now's the time to let us have it. All right, well, we thank everyone for attending. I'd like to say you're here just because we're so pretty up here, but I think there's other reasons. Betty, can you join me up here, pretty please? Are you going to come up here too, Mr. Roman? Or are you just going to take photos? Okay, all righty. Always working behind the scenes, we know this. Betty has had Harp and Thistle Imports Limited on Prospect Road in Peoria Heights for 17 years.
That's right.
17 years, which is a lifetime. That's, I think, 106 years in business lifetime, something like that. But what we appreciate with Betty, she's also been very involved with the business, the Chamber of Commerce, Peoria Heights Business Association through the years. Always been almost part of the face of Peoria Heights, of uptown Peoria Heights. And also what we really appreciate is that Harp and Thistle offered what we really enjoy about shopping in Peoria Heights is to try to provide a variety of interesting, eclectic, and fun things to shop and do. And Betty has really been a trooper through all this. Great person, great businesswoman, and we will miss her immensely. And you're going to Maine?
That's right.
How did that come about? Are you from there?
Grandchild out there,
Okay.
down in the neighborhood.
Well, that's a good reason, just around the corner in Maine, okay. But Betty, the Village Board of Trustees, I'd like to thank you very much. The Village of Peoria Heights hereby recognizes with appreciation Harp and Thistle Imports Limited, Betty Roman for providing excellent merchandise and service for 17 years in Peoria Heights, May 17th, 2016. Betty, we will miss you, and we appreciate you very, very much. Yes, please do.
Well, thank you, Mayor Allen, and all the trustees and Administrator Fick. This is much appreciated. I thoroughly enjoyed my 17 years in business in the Heights. It is a fabulous place to do business. Started under Mayor Carter, And shortly thereafter, Mayor Allen took office and has done a wonderful job of really creating an atmosphere in Peoria Heights that is business-friendly and just a great place to be and experience. So also want to thank my husband Larry, daughter Katie, granddaughter out there, and the other one, and Jillian too, that you can't do it without family backup in any business. I know that. So I appreciate their help. Fellow merchants that I see out there, the camaraderie was great. We all help each other. And just the community of Peoria Heights and all of the wonderful customers we had over the years, and of course, wonderful employees, several of which are here today. So thanks so much. Very much appreciated.
Yeah.
If I could in the same breath,
Yeah, do you want to, till Tom's done, or do you want to go ahead and do it now?
one at a time.
Okay, go for it.
While we have Betty right there.
Go for it.
Come on back, girl. So we'll do this one at a time as well. Thank you very much. Betty, as Mayor said, has been a very active part of the Peoria Heights Merchants Association before there was a Chamber of Commerce, and then the Chamber of Commerce, and just really one of those long-standing people that we could always count on to contribute and give us her contacts, her information. She drummed up support for us so many times. You will be sorely missed. What a wonderful neighbor you've been, and such a volunteer. So, as a small token, we would like to say this certificate is awarded to Betty Roman, Harp and Thistle Imports, in appreciation of your 17 years of outstanding contributions and service to the Peoria Heights business community and the Heights Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Betty.
Thank you.
And with that, sometimes things go on the wall, but maybe a little something to take with you, to do those crossword puzzles in your leisurely time, or to jot us a line and say how wonderful things are in Maine. Something engraved just for you with thanks. Thank you, Betty.
I think I was remiss in not mentioning the chamber because Hugh is the president of our chamber and doing a fabulous job. And Carolyn Catton isn't here tonight, but she also has great impetus. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Gramco, please join me at the village lectern. You look, you could go for another 30 years, I'll tell you. You look good. That's what State Farm must do to you, keep you in shape. Tom Gramco has had a State Farm insurance agency here in Peoria Heights for 30 years. I think that he's worked continuously through that time. Short period of time, he went on a hunger strike when the Velvet Freeze shut down, and he could no longer get the Wonder Dog 6 for $5. I think that's the only time he hasn't been working here. But Tom, is the agency going to stay here by any chance, State Farm agent with another name, or are you going to keep your name on that?
No, starting July 1st, there'll be a new agent, Jacob Davenport, Jake from State Farm.
Khakis, yeah, okay. No, Tom has been a fixture on Prospect and in Peoria Heights and has represented State Farm and the village extremely well. I've heard nothing but positive things about Tom, the way he does business, and a very sincere, professional, solid man. And we want to say to Tom, Village of Peoria Heights hereby recognizes with appreciation Tom Gramco, State Farm Insurance Agency, for protecting and servicing Peoria Heights for 30 years, May 17th, 2016. And it's not without coincidence we didn't have a tornado come through here for as long as you've been here. So we're hoping that your aura will continue and things will remain straight and narrow here in Peoria Heights. So Tom, thanks again for everything, and we appreciate everything you've done for the village.
Thank you. It's very nice of you to do this for me. It is a pleasure to be here 30 years in Peoria Heights. When I first came in 1986 and saw our rent sign in that building, and I've been there ever since. So it's not a retail store, but I think we brought a lot of walk-in traffic that would come to my office and enjoy Peoria Heights, and have a lot of people say, man, this is nice here, and certainly was a great place to be as a State Farm agent. Of the 32 agents in the area, I feel like I might have one of the best places that there is, so thanks again.
Don't go far. This is deja vu, right? And again, thank you, Tom. What a fixture. 30 years. That's a legacy. That's fantastic. Very proud. And again, in recognition of Tom and his 30 years of outstanding contributions and service to Peoria Heights community and the Chamber of Commerce. A lot of people help in different ways. You know, Betty, you were kind of a sweat equity person and leadership as well. But Tom, you've been here always for us. You've supported us in many ways, many times, and really thank you for your sponsorship and support of us. And again, with our best wishes for your years. Again, this is for you a little bit different, but again, etched with your name on each.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Okay. Very much. Thank you. Much obliged. Now, are you moving away on us, or are you going to be still in the area?
Oh, yeah, we're not moving anywhere. We're staying here.
Okay, well, we got a golf outing coming in September. Let's get you on that.
All right.
All right.
I'll look for it.
You know, and once again, business anywhere is a lot of times is here today, gone later today. So what Betty and Tom have done, and Steve as well, has performed beyond expectations for most businesses across this country. And I think it's kind of a symbol of what Peoria Heights has to offer, the way the merchants gather together and we all work together to try and make things as good as we can for everyone. So again, give them a round of applause, everyone, for being in business for so long and doing such a great job. Now, the next order of new business, we're going to ask the board to table because it snuck on there. I didn't communicate as well as I should have with our administrator. So I need a motion to table the first Mary Ryder Love of Community Day, and it's actually Mary Reiter, but we'll address that in the future. So I need a motion to table that for now, please.
So moved.
Have a motion from Trustee Reichert. Second from Trustee Carter. All those in favor of tabling the First Mary Ryder Love of Community Day for now, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. We will address that in the future. Our next order of new business tonight is ordinance 2016-1474, which will be presented by Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. At this time, I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2016-1474. And I know that we have taken a look and approved a couple different versions of the redevelopment agreement for the Trefskers project. We are going to approve tonight, hopefully, a first amendment of the draft. We've had some of the amounts of the loans have changed, and the amendment reflects the change in amounts, as well as it adds some new language to the agreement as well. So to go over the numbers here, obviously Hickory Point Bank, SBA, and the County of Peoria, along with the Village of Peoria Heights, are all creditors for the Trefskers deal. These notes are being secured by the property that the Trefskers development is going into, the Rouse Hazard building. Hickory Point Bank and Trust is the first note holder, and that note amount has been up to $865,000. The SBA is now in the first subordinate position as a second mortgage holder, and their loan amount has been increased to $877,000. Thirdly, the County of Peoria with the Keystone Fund, and I think, am I right in thinking that this amount has actually gone down a little bit, but they are going to hold the third mortgage on the Trefskers property, and the amount of their note is $590,000, which means that we are now have been moved down to the third subordinate position, but we're fourth in the pecking order. If things should go belly up for some reason, we would be fourth in line to be repaid any monies that could be recouped out of the failed project. Honestly, in my opinion, there really isn't much of a difference between being in the third or fourth position as far as what we might be able to recoup. With that said, and also as far as the language goes, a intercreditor agreement has been added to the redevelopment agreement, and basically what that says is that all the creditors and Jeff and Martha Hebner all agree to keep the lines of communication open, and if any of the loans are in distress or potentially default, that information will be shared with that particular creditor to all the other creditors.
Okay, so we do have the motion for approval, and need a second, please.
Second.
Second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
Just a quick question. I thought our amount had been up to 1.9, but on the first page of the intercredit agreement, it's that 1.6. Will we have to change that in the future?
No, so the amount of eligible, TIF eligible costs that they can seek for reimbursement is 1.6 million, but we included in the bond issue that they'll pay back the cost of issuance, attorney fees, et cetera, capitalized interest for 2 years. It's got the total bond amount to 1.85 million, I believe, so.
Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of ordinance 2016-1474 as outlined by trustee Cumming. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Nay.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 4-1, the board has approved ordinance 2016-1474 as presented by trustee Cumming. Our next order of new business will be a request by Hugh Building LLC for assignment of TIF benefits. And trustee Cumming, I'm under the impression that's going to be tabled for tonight?
Yes, I'm making a motion that we table this to a future meeting.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Once again, for board approval to table the request by Hugh Building LLC for assignment of TIF benefits until a future meeting. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the tabling of the request by Hugh Building LLC for assignment of TIF benefits, and we will pursue that at a future meeting. Next order of new business tonight is the approval of the Chamber of Commerce budget, for 2016 through 2017, which will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. The Peoria Heights Chamber of Commerce is asking the village to fund and approve for the fiscal year 2016-2017 budget in the amount of $10,850. Funds in that amount, the $7,850 will be spent on Duryea Day Festival, and $3,000 will be spent on advertising with the Peoria Area Conventional Visitors Bureau. Marketing of the village and Chamber of Commerce will once again be handled by ADCO, advertising under shared budget with the funding of the village. So I make a motion to approve the $10,850.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
Are we, I thought we were approving...
39.
Yeah, the 691. I know it's kind of, we've got several columns here.
So the shared expense is the ADCO village allocation, which is a separate contract with ADCO, and is part of our overall marketing budget that's approved when we draft our budget. But the specific allocation of the chamber, which we approve every year, is only the $10,850. So the ADCO money is dollars that was programmed by the village along with input from the chamber to advertise the community as a whole, in addition to some specific chamber events.
The $10,850 is just for the Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
Okay.
The total over $39,000 is for the whole
Shared
village.
expenses.
Plus.
Shared marketing, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense. I just didn't want to short the chamber.
We'd have a riot on our hands tonight. Usually we can get away with stuff, but not tonight.
Those engraved pens aren't cheap, I know. So.
Okay, did we have a second on that? We do, don't we?
Yeah.
I seconded.
Okay, second from trustee Reichert. Any other questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the village direct pay to the Chamber of Commerce for 2016 through 2017 in the amount of $10,850 as outlined by trustee Carter. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Nay.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Okay, thank you by a vote of 4-1. The board has approved the Chamber of Commerce budget for 2016 through 2017, including the village direct pay of $10,850 as outlined by trustee Carter. Our next order of new business tonight is the Police Benevolent Scholarship Award, and that will be presented by trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I'm going to hand this over to Chief Sutton.
Thank you, Trustee Fuller. If I could have Sergeant Neal come to the podium. Every year, our benevolent, they have a fundraiser, a cheerlead supper, which includes auctioned items, and they give back into the community and award a scholarship to a student on their choosing. So that is why Sergeant Neal is here tonight.
Thanks, Chief and members of the board. We had a lot of good competition this year. It's always difficult for the officers to make a selection based on the packages that are submitted to us. But this year we agreed that a deserving senior for a $500 college scholarship grant would be Taylor Hess. So Taylor, if you want to come up and bring your family with you. On behalf of all the officers of the Benevolent Association, congratulations and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Taylor, remember, a lot of chili went into that award, so congratulations. One of my wife's all-time favorite students. I hear about her all the time, very positive, so congratulations again. Our next order of new business tonight is an award of bid to R.A. Cullinan and Son for seal coating. Mr. Administrator, do you know anything about this?
I can try to act like I do. Normally, I think they say that the village has received a couple of bids. Let's see. One bid was from R.A. Cullinan in the amount of $116,534.50, which was a little bit less than the engineer's estimate. So every year the village has zones and sections that they program for seal coating, which is when they spray and sometimes overlay the trap rock and kind of reseals the streets. So this is just the amount of money that we're going to spend on, and I'm not sure what section of town we're doing this year, to be honest with you, but this is the money we're allocating.
All right.